can men handle the same hurts that women experience?
As far as the actual topic is concerned, oh baby, I got a whole bunch for y'all. So first of all, men and there's different dynamics to this topic, different levels to this topic. Can a man deal with this type of hurt that he puts a woman through? No. I ain't beat for that. No.
So he can.
We handle it differently.
So he can't handle his woman cheating on him.
No. I ain't got the words for you.
I think we need to bring this back for part 2.
I got a bunch of this bag.
I didn't even get a chance.
I know, we gotta bring this back for part 2. We gotta bring this back for, you know what, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do something different, okay? We're gonna come back next week,
it is
okay?
your show. You do what
and
you
we're
wanna
gonna do a part 2 of this subject, and we just gonna
have
talk it
to.
out.
We
The
have
whole segment, we're gonna just talk this subject out. Y'all gonna be here? Y'all gonna stay tuned to next week to hear us? I want to know. Comment below and let me know you're gonna be here next week because we're gonna do a continuation on this topic. No restaurant, just the topic.
No,
okay?
Wait.
No, you already ate. It's gonna carry you over.
Wait.
Welcome back to the Dining with Nadiva show. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Nadiva, also known as just Diva.
Yes.
We're back again. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Of course, I brought my friends back, Dr. Serena and musician extraordinaire, Michael.
I'm here in the protest because ain't no food, but in the protest.
Well,
That's a good subject. It's a, no, I'm used to food, but it's a good topic, so we want to help the people instead of me being fat.
Yeah,
for
we
a change.
needed an encore.
Well,
But after this show, we're going to get a sandwich.
We're going to do something a little bit different today because we're going to have a part 2 of our conversation last week.
Yeah.
And what we were discussing was, can men handle the same hurts that women take on? And how would the other place have things?
Can a man? Because I read it. I wrote it down. Hold on. Let me make sure I write it down.
Yeah. So we're gonna be.
I forget. Can man accept the same hurt that he puts a woman through?
Yes. So it's like a twofold kind of a conversation going on today, right? But you know, it's right before Valentine's Day, and we got some goodies for you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So shout out to my mom.
Me wearing love.
Yes, wearing our red and our love and. He's in his gray.
I've spent money. It was red when my pockets was full, but then she just drained all the money out. So now I'm blue because I'm broke. Because it's broke time.
Well, shout out to my mother, who is also a pink Cadillac driving senior sales director in Mary Kay.
Yes.
And we're actually doing something a little special this Valentine's Day season. We're collaborating the Dining with Nadiva show with her Mary Kay business.
Oh,
and
wow.
we have a beautiful presentation here for you. And just to read you a little bit about my mama business. As I said, this is our Mary Kay basket. So this is what she writes, my mother. It's time to order your Let's Celebrate Love Valentine's Day basket because people are home more. Give the gift of self-care, self-love. This basket includes the Dining with Nadiva mug, Mary Kay satin hands, and body pampering set, and any photo of your choice she will put in your basket. She will also customize. So Let's Celebrate Love basket and she also will include captivating fragrances or age-fighting skincare sets for men or women. Or she'll create glamour sets plus more. Each basket comes with a complimentary facial and makeover, y'all. And we'll have all her information displayed at the bottom of your screen. Whether it's for your honey, your mom, your dad, daughter, son, brother, sister, friend, or even for you. Let's celebrate love this Valentine's Day with a Celebrate Love gift basket, which will help spread the feeling of love, hope, and appreciation. And for all you, this is 100% guarantee or your money back. My mother delivers,
Okay.
And you're gonna love her
She's
prices.
a hustler, baby. Oh,
This basket is only.
let's see if you agree to this. For the first 10 people to buy it, you get an autographed picture of Nadiva.
Yes, I'll autograph a picture.
Yes.
Just for you.
Yes.
Just for you.
Just for you.
First 10 now. First 10.
Right.
For all you lovely
Right.
men.
Yes. And just so you know,
Yeah.
these gift baskets are by Juanita Gaddy, who is celebrating 30 years
30
in
years.
the Mary King.
That means she started out a long time ago.
Yes, and she drives a pink Cadillac.
Yes, she does.
And you can book her for virtual private parties or pop-up parties. She's at Juanita Gaddy, 201-757-1700, or you can catch her at www.marykay.com/jgaddy or juanitagaddy5@gmail.com. Everything will be below in the description box. But this basket right here, $79. You can't beat that. Can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice
It took me $79 just to get out the bed this morning. 70, that's like a lot of money to put this
satin
together.
hands, teddy bear, autograph photo, good to go.
Yes.
Let's celebrate love
Yes.
with a gift basket.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Miss Beautiful.
Thank
Baby.
you.
Thank you.
See how she
So
said
gorgeous.
Team flat stomach. I can't shop that.
Yes, I know. I gotta get on her
I gotta
team.
get it. Ooh, girl.
All right, yo, let's jump into this because we ain't got much
Let's
time.
go jump.
We don't have much time, so let's get this going. So you had a twofold kind of a question. I said that can men handle the same hurts that women experience, and you said can men
Accept the same hurt
accept the same
that
hurts
he puts a
that
woman
he
through.
puts a woman through. So you're gonna elaborate on that a little bit, right?
Okay, so the hurt part, the acceptance, and there's a lot of layers. So I'm trying to get to all the layers. So the acceptance of the hurt, we don't deal with it the same way. We process it a different way, and a lot of times we put out something that we can't take. We get this shit, but we can't take it. I've seen it happen way too many times. Now, does that mean we're weaker in a sense? No, we just process things differently.
I just pick up the alcohol when you strap.
Hey, listen, if it's brown and it's in the cupboard, we might as well drink it. I'm just saying, put a little ice on it. You know what I'm saying? Put a little soda with it. It is what it is. That's what I'm going to do later on. Anyway, but no, that being said, because of the amount of outlets, because of the amount of machismo that we're fed, and it's part society, it's part cultural, it's part just the bull that we go put ourselves through. See how I edited myself? Caught myself.
Good.
Lord, call him. Yoke them up real quick.
Put the remote down, Wanda. Put it down. Put it down. So it's part of the stuff that we put ourselves through. So what happens is we process it differently. And because of the way we value you, we'll cheat on you. But then if we see someone else with you, your value goes through the roof.
That's crazy.
Because something that I possess, and I'm not saying you guys are possessions, I'm just saying in a metaphorical term, something I can possess, someone else took and did whatever he wanted to do, or the same thing I did to the next person.
You know what it is? It's a territorial thing.
It's definitely territorial.
It's
selfish.
Let me urinate on this tree. This is mine.
Yes.
It's selfish, and it's also tribal, and it's also archaic, and it's also animalistic. Because in the animal kingdom, it's the same way. We got a lot of traits from the animal kingdom. We ain't but 2 chromosomes away from the animal kingdom ourselves, and especially when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, and when it comes to how we deal with our females. If you look at the lion pride, the king lion, the male lion has about a whole bunch, and they all deal with his lineage. And if anybody tries to come in and take that, he's going to have a problem with it. He's going to roar. He's going to scratch and dig. He's going to fight you. Now, mind you, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women and females, lionesses in the pride. And I do what I want to with all of them. But when it comes down to the actual somebody else trying to come in, oh no, absolutely not. And that's the way we're same difference.
Go ahead, Serena.
So, based on what you're saying, I hear some song lyrics in my head. It's from Jay-Z's song, I Know Why I Make the Song Cry. When he said he cheated And then she goes out and she cheats. And he was like, yo, you don't have to do a man like that.
But with that though, she cheated with the man, his man's in them. But that's still neither there nor there. Yeah.
Once you dish out the hurt, you can't then decide how that hurt comes back. You can't pick and choose how that hurt comes back. But I don't understand. Like, this is so interesting to me that men can even intentionally hurt their women and expect us to be so forgiving. And then we don't receive the same grace and mercy when we make a mistake, when we have an indiscretion, because we didn't know how to process it properly. You know, and then as a wife and as a woman and watching my friends and everything, we have taken on the mantle of being a ride or die, you know, being a strong black woman. So being a strong black woman and a ride or die means that we should take abuse time and time again.
Infidelity.
Infidelity, just poor fiscal money management, just not living up, not honoring the woman as she's supposed to be, but yet she's supposed to still go out, stand up, represent you, make you look like the man that you are not for others. It's so not fair.
Which also brings me to kind of like a scientific fact, right? So,
you grand dresser now?
Well,
let's see.
My mother and I were talking about this same topic, and one thing that she had brought up is that even when it comes to death, men and women experience death differently when it comes to a spouse, losing a spouse. It has been known or factual that, and I don't have the stat right here, but I will find it, that when a man passes away, right? Usually, the wife will mourn, but
in reverse.
I'm gonna do that next.
Okay.
So when the man passes, usually the wife will be okay. Well, not okay, but she'll mourn. But it's almost as if, because I'll tell you, like for instance, my grandmother married to my grandfather for over 40 years, right? He passed away first. And she mourned the loss. They have 5 beautiful children together, mourned the loss and everything. But you know what she decided to do? She decided to sell my grandfather's landscaping business, all his trucks, bought herself a brand new SUV, Jeep Cherokee, okay? And went to Egypt, went to Africa, went on cruises, went to Hawaii, went to Maui, went to Cancun, because that was something that she couldn't do. She felt like she couldn't do while he was alive. Now, flip it on the reverse. You have a man the wife that passes away first. Scientific. This is scientific, y'all.
Research.
It's research it, but it has been said, and it's kind of known that usually 9 times out of 10, the husband is not too far from dying after the wife dies.
Yeah, studies show between 6 to 18 months.
Yeah, studies show this, and we came up with we were talking about this, Serena. So as far as the women are concerned, when the husband dies first, what did they experience? What did they say? That it's almost like a burden lifted.
Yeah, because
almost like a burden lifted.
Because what's been happening is that they have been suffering within the marriage, and so suffering with the severe amount of hurts and over compromising, so that they can be the savior of the family, be the savior of, just being the savior. And during that time, that woman has been dying little by little. And that's why this is the new mantra you've been hearing of self-care. And you have one time to go around this planet. So if you got one time around this planet, you got to make sure that the person that you're choosing to spend a lifetime with is a companion that, like what Michael said a few episodes ago, it is my responsibility, right? You said to to keep and do you remember what you
It's
said?
my responsibility to guide your comfort and make sure
to make her
your comfort is my responsibility.
That's right. Right. So if a wife has been in a marriage where her comfort was not being looked after, and by no means she wants her husband to go anywhere, but she's gonna be like, whew.
Also, too, here's the thing. Also, I've noticed it just being in a relationship. It's like, sometimes it's expected for the woman to cook, to clean, bathe the kids, get the kids off to school, do the homework, and all of that stuff. And for being that is usually our job description, we oftentimes feel like, okay, I'm tired. Like, honey, can you make your own food tonight? But that falls upon us, and oftentimes, it becomes a burden. So when things happen, and let's say the husband passes away, now it's like we now have control over our own, because if the man is the head of the house, he makes the final decision, right? If we don't always like the decision that he makes, right? Maybe we saw our lives going in a different direction. Maybe he wanted to maybe I wanted to stay in New Jersey, but because he wants to move to California, now I got to move to California. But when he passes away, I'm going back to Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you guys touched on a lot just now, and I got a couple things I got to uncover. Unbeknownst to a lot of people here, I am a widower. So my wife, it's been 10 years since my first wife passed away. And I was left to be the father, the mother, the end all be all.
Everything.
So in some of the ways I can agree, and some of the ways like, I guess I'm that 1 out of 10 because I'm still here. But honestly, the amount of pressure that I guess our roles were reversed because my wife was sickly, and so we couldn't do a lot. We did a lot, but there's certain things that we couldn't do. So the relief part I could understand, but culturally and also, what's the word? Generationally. That's what it is. So culturally and generationally, if you're 35, this may not apply. 35 on down, this may not apply, what they were talking about, because culturally and generationally. Yeah, you did drop everything. You were all your dreams and hopes and all that stuff when you got married or when you got into a relationship
as a woman,
because you were taught, hey, it's you
follow your man's lead.
You follow the man's lead, and then also being cognizant of finances, being cognizant if you have children, all that stuff that come into play. That being said, the reason that I disagree with some of that is because, especially now, with the advent of coming to an awareness of self-care, women have never had a problem with being vocal, and also with now, women don't have a problem with saying, "Well, hey, I don't need you because I, in some instances, make more money than you. It's my career that we're living off of, and my benefits." And a lot of the times, he is walking into her house. So that being said, the roles are slowly shifting to where there is some
more
common ground, more independence. But as far as the hurt is concerned, and as far as in the roles of when my wife passed away, it was one of the biggest hurts I've ever gone through. Did I feel like I was going to die? Yes. Did I feel like I had lost my rib? Yes, because we had been married almost 20 years. And yeah, I was left with, I had all the children myself, 5 sons. And I had to be mommy, daddy. I had to, unfortunately,
you had to cook, clean,
do all of that, make sure they went to school.
Yeah.
And it became overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I had to reevaluate and a lot of what was important in my life. Did I feel a relief in a sense? She didn't have to suffer anymore because she had to put one particular point she was suffering. But the end all be all wound up being like, wow, what do I do now? And it's like, because the person who I left, who I invested all this time and this effort in, and all these, and I also, you said something earlier about. It was a combination. Your grandmother went on all these trips. Well, and until he was gone, the trips may not have been that important because they were doing things together. And it was like, well, Ed, if you don't feel like going, we're not going. you work all that time. When you sit down time, he owned his business. That means he never had time off. I mean, he had to go constantly, whether it was good times, whether it was bad times, whether it was good weather or bad weather. So his dream and his business became the end all be all. So she couldn't do all of that stuff. But when he passed away, it was like, I have a freedom now because nobody's holding me back.
But even with that, even if you have your own business, and like I know men feel that it should be, I'm the breadwinner, so being a workaholic for a man is appeared to be attractive or sexy. But if he is not spending time with the woman, then therefore, again, he is not protecting.
No.
He is not sewing into what she needs. So now she's there, and because he is a good provider, and because there's not no big, what you would say, overarching problems, she doesn't feel like I shouldn't go, but I'm still drowning.
But I agree and I disagree. You ever see that song, If You Think You're Lonely Now? Not. I'm talking about the original version. What is his name? Exactly. In the beginning, he said, always complaining I'm not at home, but when I'm there, I'm broke. Yes. As a person that works for himself, every time I leave a gig, I'm unemployed. So I may have another gig lined up, but until I go to the actual gig, I don't have any guarantees. Because of COVID, it has shown us a lot of stuff can get canceled. So when stuff gets canceled, I have to think about that. And I have to think about, okay, where is the next meal coming from? Because now I might have a little nest egg, or I might have some savings, but I'm like, wait a minute, I got this to think about, I got that to think about, I got that to think about it. So as a business person who works for myself, I have to then evaluate, is it worth it going to the movies? Yes, it is. Is it worth it going away and whatever, spending that money that just in case something happens, we won't have nothing to fall back on.
Everything is within balance.
It's within balance,
Yeah.
but the fear of it. See, y'all are more. You only live once. You might as well do it, honey. You guys are the emotional arm of it. We're the logical. A man thinks with logic and numbers. If it doesn't compute to his head, that's why most men don't last in church. It doesn't. It's emotional to us. Now, you know why there are such great men's ministries? Because the actual pastor or the leader can logically deduce to someone and break it down and be like, yeah.
Now they can relate.
Now I get it.
I see myself in this ministry.
Exactly.
But I'm sorry, Michael. But when you was talking about the fact that the man is the worker, from what I'm hearing, you're a good steward of your money. And so by being a good steward of your money, that's a different conversation.
That doesn't stop the fear, though.
But it doesn't stop. But there's women living with men that are not good stewards of their money, but still are expecting the same
responsibilities
kind of,
and
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? The same kind of grace that you're giving when you were out there trying to provide and doing everything. If you're not going to be a good steward, and then you're not even making sure I'm good, and you're not spending time,
and you ain't spending no money on me,
and you got a family across the
you know what I'm saying?
town.
But yet you gonna get mad.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
what's gonna happen is that you gonna see her less and less, and she gonna be in that room with that rose chilling.
That's why I blame social media.
You don't know what the rose is.
Everybody see that meme where it said,
You don't know what the rose is.
I'd rather find. Remember?
Oh, I just found out about that. I heard about.
Yeah, exactly. No, we're not gonna go there though. I just want to get. Yeah, but go ahead, Michael.
Social media has made it bad, so you used to find out about the family across town at the funeral instead of on social media. Yeah, I said it.
And this goes back to our first episode. This goes back to our first episode about social media, and when a wife or a husband say that they in need of something, you have to be able to answer that. So that goes back to that dating thing, you know?
Yeah.
So even if you are focus on making the money. If you say every 6 weeks, this will be our day, then you stick to the
got
day.
to.
You have to. Yeah.
You have to have a balance.
You got to pour back in.
Well,
Right.
fortunately, like in a lot of ways with me, I'm the total opposite. I'm the more adventurous one. I'm the one that say, "Hey, babe, let's go on dates," and she's the more practical one. It's just the way it is.
It happens.
But as far as the topic is concerned, if she was to turn around and do the things that a man would quote unquote do to me, I'd be devastated.
Well, I mean, certainly the standards for women are different from the standards of men. I mean, that's just from beginning of time.
And we've also talked about this. You guys are taught by other women, baby, just hold tight.
Yeah.
Go back to that man.
That's right. He's a good man.
He's
He's a good man.
We not my generation. Yeah, not my generation.
But no.
My mother was divorced when I was 2.
She's on the cusp.
She's on the cusp, yeah.
She's on the
because
cusp.
I've seen
I'm an
it
80s
where,
baby.
and especially growing up in a Pentecostal church, I've seen it where they say, "Well, you gotta go back to that man." I've seen it. I seen it actually happen, and I don't care if he smacked you upside the head. He got family across the town. He a drunk, and he been through 12, 11, 15, 11 jobs. You still gotta go back to that man because God ordained that, and they put religion in that foolishness.
Oh, that goes back to. But let's talk about this. Let's let it not be religion. But you will hear from other women. Okay, wait. He pretty good. He got a job, girl.
Yeah.
Wait. He come home almost every night.
Almost every night.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. What's your problem?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't do this. Do he got a baby outside the marriage? You don't got no problem.
See, well then that's
You only
also
got one
that's
outside
also,
the marriage.
Yeah,
but that's also a question of our
so,
standards.
Look at that. So
course.
and
women,
what we expect.
women bashing
course.
other women when they
And
say,
settling.
Yes, and settling.
And settling.
When they saying, look, this doesn't feed my spirit. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Listen, I always say this, and then we're going to wrap this up. But I always say this, like, men hate it when I say this. They hate it when I say
Well,
this.
let's
Go
hear
on,
this.
say it then,
Let's
so we
hear
can
it.
hate it together.
What's good for the goose
It's good.
is
for
good for the ganza.
Oh, I thought it was for the.
Yes. What's good?
Partners.
If you can do it,
Oh shit.
I can do
No,
it.
now I'm gonna just say this about that, because again, as an educator and hearing my students, if a guy is freely sharing his body with everybody, I don't want my young ladies, my daughters, my students to be like, oh, because he cheating and hoeing, that I'm going to do that. No, you still honor
yourself. Of course. You don't want to do two wrongs, but you also want to make sure you can acknowledge to them that what you can do, I can do.
But y'all-
don't think because you got something between your legs swinging and I don't, doesn't make give you the okay to do it and I
This next
can't.
generation-
I have the same access to the same things that men do. And so I feel as though especially when it comes to stuff like this, that there's different standards for men and for women. Right? I do believe that men cannot take on the same types of hurts that women do. They can't take on the same type of pain, and if they do, they definitely handle it a lot different than we do. We do. I mean,
They're not forgiving. We forgive and all kind of stuff.
And don't get me wrong. I feel like we women, we take on a lot, and I'm not trying to be biased, but we do take on a lot.
Being biased.
And the way that we still because we're still rearing and raising our children, we gotta save face when you don't come home. You know what I'm saying? We gotta save face when you ain't bringing the correct check home. And we got to figure out how we going to make a meal, and we only got one box of ravioli, right? We have to save face because we're constantly trying to not only rear and raise children, but and also build and uphold our men and make sure that y'all are going in with self-confidence, whatever y'all doing. A lot of things are riding on women, right? And then when y'all do something to cause us pain, to cause us hurt, right? Yes, it's very common for us to forgive and forget and keep it as if it never happened.
You had a point. Go ahead. I was going to say, well, it's up to us then to teach our next generation. Because each one has to teach one.
Yes, it does.
Because if you don't learn from the mistakes of others, you're doomed to repeat it.
No.
No matter how much it seemed like it was a good idea at the time, it was a mistake. And now you teach us. I taught my sons, hey, this is what I did wrong.
Right.
don't do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm glad that you let me go after you. So that is the reason why emotions, having that be a tool to be able to share with young men is so important, because when you said that the wife or that mother has to stay face or show face, because now she doesn't want that child to know that that father may be a good father to you, but whack to the mother.
Yeah,
so
a whack husband.
You know, so she doesn't want to put it out there. So then, therefore, there will have to be a time where she finds clever ways or hoping for evolution with the husband, that he will then bring in tools to admit his wrongs. Because, and I would say that comes with maturity.
Yeah.
That you have to come to the point that you, like you said, I told my sons, this is what I did wrong. But I was wondering this came up. Can a man come to that revolution before he has to lose something? Or does he have to lose a relationship before he comes to that evolution of saying, don't do what I did, this is where I went wrong?
A lot of times a man don't understand it until it's actually happening. We'll play that. That's why there's so many. That's why so many people out there gambling.
This is good.
You gamble with gambling with your relationship, just like you gamble at the casino table. And a lot of times a man doesn't understand it until it's grabbing him by the shoulder and saying, "I'm gone," and it's like in the back of your mind, she didn't gone, and you look over, her stuff is gone, and her essence is gone in the house, and she's no longer accepting your phone calls, and it's like, oh shoot, she's actually gone. I can get her back, and then you can't get her back, and it's like, oh shoot. Sometimes it takes that person actually physically, spiritually, emotionally, and historically to be erased out of your life,
right?
In order for you to understand that they're gone. Men don't. We don't do that sometimes.
Well, we're gonna pray for y'all, and I hope y'all. I hope y'all pray for us women.
Later.
No, I really hope that y'all pray for us women as well, because I'm hoping that we can just start changing the narrative. But before we go out, I just really thank y'all for talking about this. I do want to introduce just one more thing to the viewers. We're coming out. I know it's cold outside, y'all. So for Valentine's Day, we got some new merchandise.
We do.
DH is going to be bringing in.
Yes, viewers. Thank you for coming back, because this was a topic worth coming back to. You guys, you're nailing it. Yes. And you don't have to be sepulchral.
We didn't even use the word. Lord,
look at that. She brought our word back.
She do it.
Go ahead and buy your lady something warm.
Some purple.
Ooh, like this Valentine's Day.
She touched my purple, Steve.
Look at that. A beautiful cotton hoodie.
Yes, it looks nice and soft.
It's Egyptian cotton. You see that right there? Like people.
Yes.
It's Egyptian cotton.
It's bedazzled.
Oh my God.
I love it.
So stay cozy.
Yeah.
These cold vintage.
Purple days.
Yeah.
Is that purple or is it pink?
Okay.
Is it purple? Is purple purple or pink?
Purple.
It's not purple.
Sepulchral.
So purple. You don't want to make them sad and frightened. That's right. That's
and
right.
I love
It's
the
purple.
bling.
It's
the
purple.
color.
Yeah, the color
It's
is
a
beautiful.
purple.
So for all of you
right
male
there.
watchers and listeners,
Okay.
we
I'm not
have
a male
one
watcher.
unbedazzled
Watch.
Yes.
for you lovely men out there that
Man, I
like to
get one.
sport and support dining.
We like the
with
purple.
Nadiva.
That's the red.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Asia. She's so beautiful. But yeah, we got some hoodies coming out now. We got tea bags if y'all want to drink your tea in your
That's
new
right.
mugs. So
That's
feel
right.
free to hit me up at Dining
To
with
sip
Nadiva.
tea and reflect and think about all of
Yeah.
these wonderful conversations.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But we got to get into what God said about this topic.
What do you say?
Okay.
All right.
She got to
because
pull up reading glasses out.
I do. But yes, God
Lord,
has.
she done fell again. Jesus, get up. Get up. You know there's a flight of steps there.
She's so sweet.
She's
But
clumsy though. She's clumsy.
I was in Ephesians for the scripture.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one.
And I
Ephesus.
picked this scripture because I
To the
thought it
church of
spoke on a
Ephesus.
lot of different emotions that we experience in relationships and what God says to do. In Ephesians 4:31 through 32, it says, "Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, which answers your question too, just as Christ, God, forgave you. So, with the hurt, whether it be bitterness, rage, infidelity, abuse, I'm not saying go back to that man, but don't walk around with or that woman, but don't walk around with malice in your heart. Always try to work things out with your first God. Go to your pastor or therapist. But forgiveness is always key in any situation to mend any broken heart. Yes.
I just want to say, when we hear the word forgiveness, remember, forgiveness is a gift to yourself too.
Yeah, you have to
because
forgive
when
yourself.
you walk around with the hurt that others have bestowed upon you, you're going to make yourself sick. You're going to make yourself not feel good. And they may not even know the impact that it had on you. So they walking around chilling and you the one stewing up and feeling so much pain. So you can give somebody the gift of forgiveness and leave them alone at the same time.
You sure can. So
that doesn't mean forgive and stay. I forgive you enough and I love you enough to say I'm not going to hold this on you, but I'm going to move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, that's all the time that we have for you today. But just very quickly, Serena, just tell them about your books and what you have coming up. And then, Michael, let everybody know before we cut out what you got going on.
All right, real quickly, I have 3 books, wonderful books to help you identify your purpose, get motivated, get encouraged, and to just live your most purposeful lives. We have Love for the Soul, which is a poetry and reflection workbook. Then you have You Are Enough Because You Are. And then we have Sisters Inspiring Sisters. So as you can see on this platform, we are addressing all of those. And then I have some merchandise coming out that you'll be able to see. I have some flip-flops so that you can put your feet in them and walk in your purpose. Be reminded to walk in your purpose. So
y'all stay tuned because we're going to get her commercial circulating around next month. So please be sure to stay tuned and you'll have all the information on where to make your purchases. But thank you so much, Serena.
Thank you.
Good. And Michael, tell the folks what you got going on.
All right. Well, I'm in a number of places. I'm currently doing a residency at the Harlem Nights Bar and Restaurant on
Adam
Clayton Powell on the corner of 138th, Adam Clayton Powell and the Village of Harlem.
Okay.
Also, I have a band I'm playing for, the Priceless Band. We're doing a residency Motown Mondays at the Parks Casino in Philadelphia. So all you Philly people, this will be down there. And also we do at least twice a month. We're at the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City. So check the websites. They also update it all the time of what bands will be replaying. A lot of the times we're playing before there's an artist that's coming out. We just did New Year's Eve, and it was a zoo in there. Wow. So, and also, y'all hurry up and come to Harlem Nights because Nadiva will be singing eventually. I got my Ike Turner shoe on. I won't sing the song anime. I had a whole cake under it, but I ate it because they didn't feed me this episode. So, you got to have a whole cake right here.
All right. Yes, we're going to make that happen because I got to get back on. I got to get on the mic, man.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking right now.
That's
she has
right.
a beautiful voice, guys.
Yes,
she sings
does.
around
Yes, she
here all the
does.
time.
Thank you very much.
Yes, she
Thank
does.
you, Serena.
Yes.
Well, you guys inspire all sides of my creativity, so I just can't help myself.
She be making up words.
I do. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope that you got out of it what we got out of it and that you do apply this somewhat to your life. And I hope that you are all tuning in every Sunday at 8:00 p.m. on YouTube for an episode, new episode every week. And also don't forget that we're on Liz Black of WBLS, her network, the Inspired Living Network, every Wednesday at 7:00
New York.
p.m. You don't want to miss these two dynamic individuals right here. They're fun, focused, they have a lot of wisdom. And they love God.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So you want to make sure to check
And
them
y'all
out.
forget all that merchandise. It's happy, what they're coming up? Happy Being Broke Man Day. Oh, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Being Broke Man.
Galentine too.
And Galentine.
That's
What's
right.
Galentine?
You
What
get
that
your-
is?
For girlfriends, if you don't have
I don't
a
have
date,
one.
Wait. I thought it was like the side piece.
No, it's
day.
serious.
I'm sorry.
No. Hold on, but that's about me.
That's the 15th. The 15th.
That is
side
about
piece
me.
day.
Thank
You
you
can
very
start
much.
half price.
I need a Galentine because I ain't got no man.
So then the girlfriends who don't.
You have tons of admirers. Send all the
I
flowers
don't
and
have
stuff.
no man.
There's admirers
Where they
out
at?
there getting it. Listen, put your cash app up. Somebody send her $1 million real quick. In Jesus' name, you send you $1 million. You better send me a cut. Send her a cash app up. I need a piece of that. Come on now, get some money. She need that money.
Okay.
See all this right here? They don't come cheap, boy. That's a lot to put this
Wait a
together.
minute.
Take a lot to put this together.
Listen,
I seen when it's apart.
Listen,
She's a $6 million man right there.
Listen, that's because I know who I am and whose I
And her
am.
mama
Thank
was
you
a
very
married
much.
kid.
Hallelujah.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Hallelujah.
All right.
But thank
all
you
right.
so much
A lot
for
of duct
tuning
tape.
in.
Wiring.
And be sure to stick
We
with
can
us.
rebuild
Stay
it.
with us.
Yeah, the technology.
Yes. All that thing that Mike was saying. But until the next time, stay divine. Ciao. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Dining with Nadiva show, a TNT production. Make sure to check us out on all the audio platforms like Spotify, Apple, Amazon, TuneIn. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.